Idle hands meets little shop of horrors. I love that description.
Yeah, very much so.
Be More Chill is a musical about a teenager named Jeremy who's super average, nothing special about him until the day that he gets a Japanese supercomputer implanted in his brain that speaks in a voice not unlike that of Keanu Reeves and tells him how to be cool.
Helps you to be cool. It helps you.
I was given the book Be More Chill by our mutual agent, and he gave it to me and he said that he had read it and he was like, you know, I don't know if there's anything here, but there might be. And I read it and I was immediately like, oh my God, yeah, this would make a great musical. It just made total sense. Separately from that, I had been a fan of Joe Trace's work. His name came up as a potential collaborator, and again, it immediately made sense. Where it's like, oh yeah, of course, I should write this show with Joe Trace. Should he want to write this show with me?
And I did. I was a big fan of Joe's work. I'd seen Blood Song of Love at Ars Nova and just loved the way that he told a real human story using genre. You know, and I knew the book because I worked at a bookstore where I'd seen that Ned's books just felt special in a way that like they had a voice that felt like nothing else on the shelf.
Ned Vizzini has such a palpable understanding of teen angst and feeling out of place, and that really kind of classic teen yearning.
It's that sense of when you're a teenager, you feel so alone. You think that you're the only one going through what you're experiencing, and this like sci-fi device gives us a way into telling a story about how, in fact, that's actually the thing going on in everyone's heads.
Everything about us is going to be wonderful.
When we arrived at performances of Be More Chill at Two River, we kind of felt like, oh, well, we'll do this run, and then, you know, the show certainly will go to another theater relatively soon, and then we'll just pick back up on the work there, like so many shows do, and that sadly didn't happen for us.
Doing it at Two River, I think we all so deeply fell in love with the show and the music and each other and the story and the joy of it. And I think we were really sad when it wasn't gonna come back to New York. There was definitely some sadness there. But I think what's happened with the following is something that nobody could have possibly perceived in its magnitude.
Everybody's got a red Solo cup, fill it up, hear the beer spill on the ground.
Be More Chill got a cast album thanks to the amazing people at Ghostlight Records, and that happened at the end of 2015. The album was listened to, people enjoyed it, and then around the end, like the second half of 2017, the numbers started climbing like crazy as far as who was listening to the cast album.
It became clear very quickly that people were becoming obsessed with this show, and no one knew why.
Everyone who got into Hamilton and Dear Evan Hansen and Heathers was just discovering Be More Chill, either because on Spotify or YouTube or other sites it was being recommended to them, or they were looking for other shows that were similar, and as they were listening to it, they were loving it, they were posting about it, and then more people were hearing about it.
I think we were all like really surprised when it got so popular, and it was kind of bizarre. Because this like doesn't happen ever.
All the numbers were starting to grow and grow and grow. I think we're sitting at about 85 million streams at that point. And one thing led to another, and I picked up the rights and asked Jen to join me, and we've been on a fast track since.
To be here now, 3 years, feels like a total blessing, but we're also all really jazzed about the power of support from the fan base of this show that's emerged, which really has sort of provided us this opportunity to kick into it again.
It's been really gratifying because, even though the show has, the genre elements, the sci-fi, and it's this big fun musical comedy, for us, what drew us to tell the story was the characters and wanting to write something about this emotional time in your life, and to have people respond, to that aspect of the show, to connect to the characters and what they're going through, that's been, I think, the most exciting and gratifying thing for us, and the thing we're most excited to share with new people in this new production.
So give me that upgrade, upgrade, upgrade.